Hello and welcome. Truex Twitch. I want to show you my Frost Sorcerer the way I. It's gonna be real easy. We're going to go over the build, the way it plays, and then the passive points and why I think they work. All right. So first off, freezing charge. You want a staff with plus freezing charge. That is obvious. Stats on it really don't matter. Your damage in this build really does not matter. You can have very low damage across the board, and as long as you have execute damage on Cold Snap, you will be fine. So, to get started, freezing charge. You get you a Gelid staff. Gives you freezing shards. Stats on it, I was very beneficial. Not everyone's going to have that stat. That's fine. You know, I could go over all these gems and whatnot, but let me show you how it works and why it works. So what I've done is stacked cold damage, elemental damage, ailment damage, spell damage, cold penetration, cold exposure, and ailment buildup, freeze buildup. So I can freeze as many mobs as soon as possible and as often as possible at once. In the theory that I can execute those mobs with Cold Snap. Cold Snap. We're gonna look here. So if you see freezing shards, 92 DPS, Frostbolt, 300 DPS. Frostbite, 800 DPS. We're getting somewhere, right? Yada, yada, yada. No. Cold Snap, 5,700 DPS. That is before 30% more damage with hits and ailments. 40% more damage area of effect. And this does not, as you notice, 5740 DPS. You take this gem off, it's still 5740 DPS. This gem, supported skills, deal 40% more damage with hits on low life. So it's basically an execute. So take 5740, 10% of that is 574. 40% of that is about, 574, 3,400 DPS. So we're looking at 9,200 damage from Cold Snap. So all we have to do is freeze a mob. All we have to do is freeze a mob. And one click hit them with near 10,000 DPS. So we can freeze a mob one of many ways. We can use the Gelid staff and just cast. We can cast Frostbolt. Yeah. Frost Nova. Ice Bomb. Frost Wall. Before we do all that, cast Frostbite, a curse. What does Frostbite do, you may ask? Excuse me, hypothermia. Hypothermia puts a curse on enemies, which lowers their cold resist by 32. Effectively getting it near zero on every mob. Before we talk about exposure and penetration. Now another perk of this build is Frostbolt. We have it split where it does 20% less damage, but gives us 2 extra projectiles. The reason is we're not worried about Frostbolt damage. We're using it to AoE freeze and build up freeze duration or freeze, whatever they call it, at range. Now, we add another 50% freeze duration once they get frozen to Frostbolt, as well as 25% more cast speed because they move slow. So we want more cast speed, so we can do this. They just spread out and you can walk with them. Oh. So we have many ways to kill mobs. We can walk up, hit them with a level 1 staff skill, and they get frozen. Frozen, right click, done. Frozen, right click, done. Frozen, right click, done. Frozen, right click, done. It can be that simple. You can literally auto attack. We have so much freeze buildup that 1, if not 2 casts of your basic ability will freeze them in place, and you can execute them.
I must travel light
with Cold Snap, which does 10,000 DPS. Alternatively, you can cast Frostbolt. And as I've said before, Frostbolt, you can cast Ice Nova, Frost Bomb, or Frost Wall off of Frostbolt. You can cast it out. You can hit Frost Nova on yourself, or you can cast it, target it, and cast it out there. Another way to kill right here. Frozen, right click. Right click, right click, right click. Right click. You never get close. You just right click mobs and they're dead. That's it, period. So there's another way. You also have Frost Bomb. You can pull mobs around, circle them up, cast Frost Bomb, freeze do the same thing. Frost Bomb on the ground. Oh. Frost Bomb. Boom, boom. Auto attack, kill. Auto attack, kill. So that's Frost Nova, Frost Bomb. You can also walk up into them.
Toxins.
Maybe Frost Nova. Kill, kill, kill. You can just raw Frost or Ice Nova when you get in there. As long as the kill, or as long as the enemy's frozen. Boom, 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 boom. Single attack, boom. Single attack, boom. Single attack, boom. Ice Nova, boom, 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 boom. I mean, you're just wiping shit. We haven't even gotten into how to use Flame Ball and Frost Wall. So if you're getting rushed by mobs, you cast a Frost Wall, which has a 100% freeze ratio. So we've got Frost Wall. Look at one of the abilities. Gains 50% more freeze buildup. I've got 65% freeze buildup in my passive. So it almost freezes everyone 100% when you cast it. Another thing you can do is cast Flame Wall and put the Frost bolts through it. Look what they do. They get ignited. They burn and freeze. Boom. And then you can freeze them in place. boom. Right click, full snap. Wait till you see me use Frostwall. I'm going to play with all the abilities and show you why I've got them built the way they are built.
Feel the chill.
Feels so easy. Okay, well, let's see what we gotta do here. Boom. Speed, by the way. Bosses. This first.
Lunar blade.
A lot of people get nervous on bosses. The best thing is to just not get nervous. Chill out. Yeah, you don't get too nervous. takes a minute. Just that easy.
This artifact bears the symbol of chaos. I have no space for that.
Go. Anyway, let me back up. All right, so what I've got is, anyway, freezing shards, reported skills. So when I auto attack, if it freezes and they're walking, it gives cold ground, freezes other people, no problem. Cold snaps my execute. Reported skills deal 30% damage with heals. Period. It can't crit. That's fine. 30% damage is great. Reported skills deal 40% more area damage. So when I pop people, it does a little AoE. That's 40% damage on top of 30% damage. Reported skills deal 40% more damage on low life. So once I kind of hit and heal somebody, or somebody hit and damage somebody and they get low, another 40%. So about 40% damage low life, 40% more area damage, 30% more damage. So that's why this thing does 5740 plus 40%, which is almost 50%. So we're doing close to 10,000 DPS. Frostbolt, I want him to go a little faster. Boom. So I can walk behind him. And we put that down. We put fire on him. You can see that with the red swirling them. Wonderful. Puts ignite and freeze on at the same time. Alright, supported skills have 50% freeze duration. If I happen to freeze someone with a raw frostbolt, I want it to stay a little longer. Again, frostbolt damage doesn't matter. 20% less damage, but you get 2 extra projectiles. You can just keep these going. I mean, you keep these going forever. They cost no mana. Look at my mana. There's nothing coming out of here. And then you can frost Nova from them. All right. Anyway, frost bomb. 40% more area of effect. Why not? 30% less skill duration. So what it is, when you don't have this, it takes longer for this to go off. So this lowers the cooldown by 30%. It goes off quicker, which is good. Ice Nova, 30% more, 50% more freeze buildup. I use this to raw do it, or I'll cast it. A little freeze build up, and then cast it off those. And it freezes everything. So this one is fun. Unleash gains 200% of cast time, 2 seals. As you see, my W right down here has the number 2 on it, which means if I cast it once, it goes 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It recasts twice, which does 50% less damage. Again, the damage doesn't matter. We're just trying to do freeze, build up, and freeze. And this one makes it have less area of effect, less damage. But this is the one that makes it go, look what it says. Supported skills also affect areas on either side of the targeted area along a random axis. So when I take this off, it's just where I'm at. Look. Boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 23. Now when you put this on, it casts 2 more, so you get 5 casts in 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes on an axis. Excuse me. It goes on an axis randomly and gives you 2 more casts, which each one of which contribute to freeze buildup. Arctic armor, yeah, whatever. It's a passive. Flame wall, we don't even have to have it. Frost wall is something I just got, but it does 50% more freeze buildup. on top of casting that, casting this, casting at range, drop it. Can't run. AoE. So anyway, we're Giga freezing. And then hypothermia, the curse, yada yada. We don't even need that. Let me show you why this does so much damage. So my skill tree. So I went with full damage. 10% spell damage. 10% more spell damage. 8% more spell damage. 8% more spell damage. 20% spell damage. A little bit of cast speed. Now, separately from spell damage, 8% elemental damage. 10% cold damage. 18% cold damage and freeze buildup. Another 8% elemental damage. Int. 12% damage once they're afflicted by enemy ailments, which is a frost, freeze, or slow. So 12 damage. 12 damage. 12 damage. 24 damage. Then we branch up here. 6% cold penetration. 6% cold penetration. 15% cold penetration. We go up here. Go up here. 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 10% elemental. 10% elemental. 10% cold exposure. 10% chance to freeze buildup. 12% buildup. 30% cold exposure. 15% for each type of element. So we normally have at least 15% from freeze, cold, slow, all that. If we happen to use Firewall to cast the crossbolts through them, that's Ignite. It's another 15% damage. All right. We keep going up. We get strength. We get strength. We get strength. You can use whatever skills you want. Just, make it work for your gear. Then we get to the gem slot. Another 14% elemental damage. We go to the top. So we're going straight up. Boom, 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 boom. We get to here. Another 12% cold damage. 12% cold damage. 12% cold damage. 12% cold damage. 15% more freeze buildup. 40% increased freeze buildup and duration. Another +1 to all cold skills. Another 12% cold damage. 18% damage pin and 25% cold exposure. This is key. So exposure lowers it basically, exposure and penetration are different. Penetration will go through an enemy's cold resistance. So if they have 40% cold res, I've just negated 18% cold res, and they're down to 22% cold. And the exposure lowers that even more. You can go negative with exposure, but not negative with penetration. So I've got if they had 40% cold res, 18% brings it down to 22% cold. 25% exposure, they're at -3 cold res. Another 6% damage pin to cold res. Another 6% damage pin to cold res. And I think I'm going over to... Where's it at? I think I'm going over to here. I need to do cold. Anyway, you've seen all this stacked up. Spell damage, spell damage, spell damage, spell damage, elemental damage, cold damage, elemental damage. All 3 damage, all 3 damage, all 3 damage, all 3 damage, cold pin, cold pin, cold pin. Elemental, 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 cold exposure, a chance to reach cold ailment, cold damage, cold pin, cold pin, cold damage, cold pin, cold scales, freeze build up, cold damage. What we're gonna do is work our way over here to this node. Probably like right from here. Boom, 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 boom. These three. Elemental damage, elemental damage. 30% damage if you've chilled an enemy recently. I'm chilling every the cold. Elemental damage, elemental, elemental, elemental. And then just in case we cast Firewall, ignite it is another 30%. So what I want to look at is cold. Yeah, so once I go over, boom, 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 we're going to go over to here. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, so we've got cold damage, freeze build up, cold damage. We don't need this one. We could do cold damage, it's only 8/8. Or we could skip it, go this way, and go cold damage, cold damage, cold damage, cold damage, cold, 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 cold. What we could do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's that? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna, yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 there. Let me come over here. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So 31 more skills.
I'm carrying enough already.
Yeah. I'll show you the build in a second. You guys hit me up, let me know what I could change, what you may change, but I am not looking at any talents, freeze, builds.
How can I be?
Okay, I did look at some talent freeze and builds a long time ago. This is my build.
Anything catch your eye?
Let's see, what are we doing? This is physical, armor, max life strength.
Some proud. It's idea. Keep your eyes sharp.
Yeah, so you've seen kind of the build. Said you can single attack it. You can do frostbolt, frost nova off it, frost nova on yourself. You do ice wall with frost bomb. You can do firewall with frost through it and ignite. Drop a curse. You can right click cold snap. Here we go. Play a little bit in the video, upload it. You guys tell me what to do.
Fall before me.
I'm just gonna stay for a while. You can see how the build kind of works. Ask questions. Maybe this is the other person's build. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Not yet. Lunarized blade.
Yeah, most stuff once you. Anyway, that's kind of how it plays. Casting whatever skill you want. Frozen, right click them. Hard. Max life doesn't matter. You shouldn't be taking many hits. Dodge people. Move speed. Run around. Go pack a mob. Crossbow. Maybe a damage. These are fun. I mean, I don't know. That's him. Those mobs never even close, touch me.
I have no space for that.
Keep on killing. Yeah, you've seen it once, you've seen it before. This is about it. Hey guys, about how it runs. Are freezing shards, cross nexus, cold snap, cold destruction, concentrated effect, exit, cross pull, arcane tempo, deep freeze, scatter shot, cross bomb, magnified effect, fast forward, ice nova, glaciation, unleash, spell cascade, arctic armor, nothing, flame wall but nothing, crosswall but nothing, hypothermia, advance, persistent. Let me know if you want the build. It works for me. I want to keep it rocking. Till next time, Truex out. Peace.